review, today we're going to be talking about systems of equations with elimination. So we're going to go and do a little video over here. I'm going to do a quick little example of what it means to eliminate. All right, we talked about this yesterday. I'm going to write down our problem. We have 2y minus 3x equals negative 27, and 5y plus 3x equals 6. Now, we talked about this yesterday. When we add these two equations together, which variable is going to be eliminated from what we did yesterday? All of our x's. Very good. So that's going to be a 0. What's going to happen here? We're going to add those together and get 7y. We're going to add these right here together. And what happens when you add a negative 27 and a positive 6? What does that happen? It's a negative 21. Okay? So what are we left with? We're left with 7y equals negative 21. And we divide both sides by 7. So what does our y value equal? A negative 3. So we would type in a negative 3. After we find our solution for our y value, then what are we going to do with that answer? We're going to take this answer and we're either going to plug it into that equation or we're going to plug it into that equation. So which equation does it look would be the easiest to type in the first one or the second? Which one seems easier to you? Second one? Yeah, why would you say the second one? Yeah, no negatives. It's all positive down here. Let's just stay positive, all right? I know it's hard to stay positive in math. Let's just stay positive, okay? All right? So what are we going to plug right in here to that y value? We're going to plug in a negative 3, all right? Plug it in. Negative 3, 5 times negative 3 is negative 15, all right? Now, how do I get rid of a negative 15? What would I do? The only way to get rid of a negative 15 is to add a 15 to both sides. When we add 15 to both sides, we get 3x equals 21. And when you divide both sides by 3, you get x equals 7. So what number would I plug in right here? I plug in a 7. So we're going to plug those in, but we're also going to use Desmos to check our answer. This is what we did yesterday. This was the easy one. Why was it easy? Because when you added the equations together, what happened? One of the variables eliminated, so you could solve for the other one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and type this into Desmos. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and open up Desmos, check my answer. What was the first equation? Equals negative 27. Okay, and the next one. Okay, and what were our answers? A 7 and a negative 3. And so if we look back at our work, what did we get by hand? We got a 7 and a negative 3. So therefore, what does that tell us? We got our answer correct. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and there we go. Type in a 7 and a negative 3 and hit check. All right, so that's what we did yesterday. Today is a little bit trickier. Okay, we're going to be dealing with what's called equivalent system of equations. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to solve for this teacher's equation by hand. So we're going to do one of these by hand. So what I'd like you to do, find some room on your paper. We're going to write negative 4x plus 10y equals 1 and negative 5x minus 11y equals 7. So I want you to write that down. Give yourself some room to work. Write that equation down. We're going to solve the teacher's equation right now by hand. Now, what makes this more difficult? If we add these together, what do you notice? Does anything eliminate when we add things together? Nothing does, right? Okay? So here's my suggestion. All right? We are going to eliminate our values of x. Now watch what happens here. If I take my top equation, right here, and I multiply my top equation by a 5, I want you to multiply everything inside the top equation by a 5, which will give us negative 20x plus equals 5. What did I do? I multiplied everything in the top equation by a 5. Okay? Now, this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be a little bit trickier. I wonder what he's going to do next. I'm going to take the bottom equation, and I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by a negative 4. So I'm going to distribute a negative 4 to everything in the bottom equation. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? So watch what happens when I do that. A negative times a negative is a positive. Negative times a negative is a positive. Negative times 7 is negative 28. All right, let's check our work right here. Okay, let's check our work. Negative times negative is a positive. Negative times negative is a positive 44. Negative 4 times 7, everything's good to go right now. Okay? Now, why did I multiply everything in the numerator by a 5 and everything in the denominator by a 4? So what values are going to be eliminated in this particular case? All of my x's are now eliminated. So watch what happens when we add this together. We got what? 50 plus 44, which is 94. Okay. What is 5 minus 28? Negative 23. And when you divide both sides by 94, what's your y value equal? Negative 23 over 94. That is an ugly answer. Let's see what that approximately equals. Negative 23 divided by 94, that's a fraction only a mother can love. Right? Negative 0.244, but negative 0.245, okay? That's approximately equal to negative 0.245. Now, you know what? I am not going to take that number and do what with it? Plug it back in. Okay, we're not going to do that. So let me show you what we're going to do next. What did we do on this one? We eliminated all of our x values. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this problem one more time. And this time we're going to eliminate all of our y values. And that'll be the end of the video. And we'll show you how to use Desmos to check. Okay? All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start over real quick. Take a screenshot. I'm going to start the same process. I'm going to write down negative 4x plus 10y equals 1 and negative 5x minus 11y equals 7. So I'm going to start the exact same process. We're going to do this one more time. But this time, we're not going to eliminate x. We're going to eliminate the y value. So please go ahead and do that right there. Now, this time it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to take the top equation and I'm going to multiply it by an 11. And then I'm going to take the bottom equation and I'm going to multiply it by a 10. So watch what happens when we multiply everything by an 11. We get negative 44x plus 110y equals 11. And when I take the bottom equation and I multiply everything by a 10, here's what I get. I get negative 50x minus 110y equals 70. So what's eliminated this time? What's eliminated? All of my y values are now eliminated. I add those together, I get negative 94x equals, I add those together, looks like that's an 81. So I have negative 94x equals an 81. I divide both sides by negative 94. And we get another ugly fraction. X equals 81 over negative 94. You can say negative 81 over 94. So let's go ahead and type that in, right? 81 divided by negative 94. Let's take a look at that. Ooh, that's an ugly fraction. So negative 0.861. Let's write that down. Negative 0.861. That's what it's approximately equal to. I don't think those fractions can be reduced. We can check them. I don't think they can be reduced, but math, inner, nope, that's what it is. And up here is when it cannot be reduced as well. There's no numbers that can go into that evenly, but you can always check it with your calculator. Those are our final answers. But look what happens. These are going to be our numbers we're looking for. So now we're going to go to Desmos and see if Desmos spits out that is one of them, that is the other. Okay? So this is our x. So we're looking for what? Negative 0.861. And what's our y value? Our y value was what? We look at it. Negative 0.245. So we're looking for negative 0.861, negative 0.245. So we're going to go over to Desmos right now. We're going to type this in. So go to Desmos. If you have Desmos open, let's go ahead and type these in together. Okay? So right here, I'm going to type in negative 4x plus 10y equals 1. All right? Close that out. Negative 4x plus 10y equals 1. Oh, 10y equals 1. And then I'm going to type in my other one, which is, hold on, what was it? Negative 5x minus 11y equals 7. All right. Negative 5x minus 11y equals 7. Okay. All right. Does everybody see that ridiculous, ugly looking decimal right there? That negative 0.862 and negative 0.245? That's the actual solution to these system of equations. All right? And did we use the we didn't use the calculator, did we? We did everything by hand. I guess I forgot to round that to a 2. I apologize. There, look, I just rounded to 2. So don't tell anybody, okay? Don't tell anybody. All right? All right? But there's our answer. Now, what are we doing? What we're trying to find is we're trying to see in our assignment whether or not Noir or Leo has the same solution. So here's what we're going to do. Can you guys, you have those written down, right? Can you guys, Jordan, could you tell me that, or memorize that right there? You have it right now. Can you just tell me what that one is? We're going to check to see if it's the same solution, okay? So go right here. I'm going to go back to Desmos. I'm going to clear that out. So go ahead. Tell me what you just saw on the screen there, George. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Do you see where the two lines meet? Right there? Is that the same solution as we got? No, it's not, is it? Okay. Does anybody have the other person, which is Leo? Anybody have Leo's equation? Go ahead, L squared. Leo's, yeah. Negative 4x plus 10y equals 1. Okay. All right. What's the next one? Negative 9x minus 4y. Oh, minus y. Okay, yeah, okay. Minus y equals 8. Okay, let's see where they cross. Huh. Where do they cross? Negative 0.862 and negative 0.245. That seems strangely familiar. Do those decimals, those mean anything to us? Do they? They should, because look, they're the same. So is Leo's solution the same as the teacher's? Even though those are different lines, okay, but the solutions are the same. So which one had the same as the teacher? Only Leo. And that's what you do. Now, I'm not making you go do all of these by hand. What I'd like you to do is plug that into Desmos, find the what? Find the solution. Then plug that into Desmos, find the solution. Plug that into Desmos, find this, and see if they match or if they don't. Here's your 4 answer choices. Either one or the other, both of them have it, or neither one. Okay? That's what you're going to be doing. Have a good day.